Google Ads doesn't work. I'm getting a lot of clicks but no calls. I'm getting calls about services I don't even offer. These are just some of the comments that I get from people when I talk to them on the phone. Hi, this is Mario here with Junk Removal Money, the junk removal show where you learn how to start a junk removal business and learn everything you need to know about marketing your junk removal company. So I deal with this a lot. People are always coming to me saying, what can you do to help me with my Google Ads? Something is wrong. I don't know if I messed up or if there just isn't any work in my area. So what I want to do today is go over some of the common mistakes people make when they're trying to advertise their junk removal business on Google Ads. So today I'm going to be showing you an account that I audited this morning. I'm going to block out this customer's information so you don't see exactly where he's located, but I am going to show you some of the search terms and some of the areas that he could improve on and where he can actually save money and start getting more calls for junk removal. So let's dive over to the computer right now and get started. Alright guys, so here we are on a Google Ads Express account that I'm going to audit for this client of mine. So when I took a look at this account, I automatically realized it was an Express account because this is how it shows up on the home screen. This is what you're going to get if you're on an Express account. There's not a whole lot of customization you can do to your ads, and it's very limited. I guess it makes it a lot easier for people that are just starting, but it also makes it harder for them to actually get calls. So I'm going to show you one of the biggest mistakes here. When you go into the keywords, you can actually see what people searched in order for your business to show up. So let's click on that. You can see over here in the last 30 days, this customer has been showing up for waste management services, and he got 16 clicks from it and spent $83. Now, this is part of the reason why he's not getting the calls. Like he said, he's been spending money, but he's not getting calls for junk removal, and sometimes he's getting calls about trash services or services he doesn't provide. And this is the main reason, is because he's spending money on keywords that aren't relevant to junk removal, and people are actually just looking for waste management or trash services. And you can see here it happened again with waste management near me. He spent $26. He did have some relevancy here with junk removal and a little bit here. As you can see here, he's spending a lot of money on waste pickup. I would even go as far as getting rid of cheap, because I mean, you don't want cheap people. If they're looking up cheap junk removal services, that's not somebody you really want to work with. But as you go down the list, you can start to see here he's been spending more money on trash pickup near me, trash dump near me, and stuff that, he doesn't need to be showing up for. So there's an easy solution for this. You go over to the negative keywords and you make sure that you have negative keywords in place to eliminate those searches. So if you don't want to show up for trash services or waste management services, you need to add them as negative keywords. You can see here he has none, and this is a problem. This is part of the reason why his ads aren't working. Now, this isn't going to be a super in-depth tutorial on how to set up your Google Ads, but I wanted to give you guys some pointers on basic things you could be doing to make your results a little bit better. So let's go back, and I want to show you a couple other things too, guys. Google Ads has a lot of bells and whistles and a lot of little things that can be set up incorrectly to make it to where you're not getting the calls that you want to receive. Alright guys, so if you don't have a Google Ads Express account and you're running a normal account, what you want to look out for is some of these settings. So one of the settings that I suggest you make sure you turn off is this auto apply an ad suggestion after 14 days. Google loves doing this, and it tries to auto apply all these terms. So if you've ever had something like someone call you for $99 junk removal services and you have no idea how that was suggested, it is because one of these auto applied suggestions did it for you. So Google's really pushing these responsive search ads and auto-applied suggestions, and it's just something that you need to get away from as fast as possible. And Express accounts tend to do this more than anything. The regular accounts will do it unless you check off these settings. So make sure that if you're running an Express account, you switch over to a full expert account. I know it's a lot harder to set up, but that's why I'm here to help. If you need my help setting these up, you can call me at 503-914-7250. Head over to junkremovalmoney.com. I'm just trying to get you guys the most bang for your buck. So whether you're running an Express account for yourself, make sure that you do these things in order to stop getting these calls that you don't need for junk removal and you stop wasting money. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that when running an expert account, the main type of ad you should be running is an expanded text ad. And so Google's constantly pushing you to run these things called responsive search ads. And that's where they start having all these suggestions and all these things that you don't need in there. Responsive search ads don't work as well as they say they do. I've tested this time and time again in multiple cities. I've spent over $800,000 in Google Ads for junk removal industries this year. So, with that said, Google Ads is trying to get rid of the expanded text ads, and they will be getting rid of them next year as of June. So if you don't have expanded text ads set up correctly before June of next year, you will not have the option of doing that moving forward. Anybody that has them set up will be able to keep them and keep running them. So like I'm saying, this is super important. Get these things set up and put in place before you lose the option to do so in the future. Let's go over some other things that you could be doing off the Google Ads platform to increase performance. And one of those things is heading over to ClickSees.com. ClickSees.com is something that I use on all my accounts for all my clients. It's a service where you're blocking IP addresses. So say there's a competitor in your area that's looking up junk removal and that's constantly clicking your ads, and you're wondering why you're getting so many clicks but no phone calls and all the search terms are relevant. This is most likely why. You're getting competitors clicking on your ads, or people that don't know how to navigate the internet, maybe elderly people that are clicking on your ads more than one time and not calling. This will help eliminate those issues. And what it's going to be doing is it's going to be attaching an IP blocker to your Google Ads account as well as your landing page. This will help you save money in the long run. It's well worth the $50, I think, to sign up. Like I said, I provide the service when I set up these accounts for all my clients. So if you want to use ClickSees, head over to the link that's listed below this video. It does help me. I do get a little bit of a commission for it, so I appreciate your help. And the next service that I want to mention is something called CallRail. And CallRail, what it is a call forwarding service. It's a good way to track all your phone calls. So Google Analytics isn't always correct. Sometimes they say you got a certain amount of phone calls, but you really don't know. So the best way to track your performance of your Google Ads and check your ROI as far as how much money you're spending on your ads and how many calls you're actually getting from those ads, and being able to distinguish if you have multiple forms of advertising, which one is working and which one's paying off, you want to use call forwarding services. And the way that you do this is you go over to callrail.com. I'll link for it below too. Also, it helps me out if you use my link. You can see here I've tracked over 2,751 junk removal phone calls in the last 30 days. The way I'm able to do this is I go over here and I create a phone number. I'm going to walk you through the process of how easy it is to create a phone number. You go over here and you click on create a phone number. Then you click on phone number. Say I'll use it online. Say I'll use it on my website, and calls only. Here you're going to want to enter the phone number that you want the calls to be forwarded to. So in this situation, I would use my phone number. Then you click the next, and you're going to want to choose the option of all visitors regardless of source. Here it's going to populate a phone number based on the phone number you gave it to try to choose a local area code. Once you're happy with the phone number, just choose the one you want, and you're going to come down here, you're going to give this phone number a name. I would say choose a name that you're going to be able to tie back to the Google Ads. So for this instance, we're going to call it junk removal PDX ads, something like that. Here, you're going to want to set up a whisper message. And what a whisper message is basically a message that you're going to hear before you're connected to your client. And this is important because if you're using your cell phone number and you want to know if it's a work call before you answer, this is going to give you that indication, or an indication of it's from paid marketing, from Google Ads, from SEO, whatever the services that you're using, you're going to want to label it here. So call from Google Ads is what we're going to hear when we answer the call. And here you're going to have an option to record the phone call, and if you choose to record it, you're going to want to give this message to your client to hear on the other end. Now, you don't have to do this. I personally like doing this because when I'd get phone calls when I was on the truck, sometimes I would forget to write down the address and I needed to go back to listen to it, or little things that happen. It's just a good idea to record it, but you don't have to. Once you're happy with everything, you can click activate tracking number, and the number will be activated and you'll be ready to go.
Alright guys, not a super long video, but I just wanted to share some of the common things that I see when I go into a Google Ads account. Hope this helps some of you guys out that are trying to manage their own Google Ads account and be profitable with them. I know it's hard at the beginning, but if they're set up the right way, trust me, they will make you money. I have tons of guys out there spending $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and they wouldn't be doing it unless it was making them a good return on their investment. So if you need help with Google Ads management services and you don't have the time to do it yourself or learn how to do it, please contact me at 503-914-7250 or head over to junkremovalmoney.com. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I will be putting out more content shortly. Have a great day.